All right, welcome back, my friends. All right, welcome back, my friends. I haven't made a video in a very long time. I think it's been about 3 months. And, well, today I just thought the time is right again. And that's sort of what I wanted to talk about in this video. Right times and wrong times, and the art of accepting things how they come and how they are. Yeah, there's this saying, I don't know who said it, but it's pretty well known, and it goes something like, nature is in no rush, but still everything gets accomplished. So the way I understand this is, the seasons, they pass and they come and go, and there's spring and summer and fall and winter, and that's just repeating year after year. And these seasons merge into one another so slowly and so delicately that you don't notice from one day to another day, like if it's still summer or if it's autumn yet. And still the leaves are gonna get brown, the leaves are gonna fall off, the air is gonna get colder, all the little animals are gonna find shelter, and that's why my apartment is filled with flies at the moment. Just a little joke. There tend to be a lot more flies and spiders trying to find shelter as it gets colder. But I like this saying because you can adapt it to fit your own life. There's times for healing and times for maybe where things get a little wilder, and you're doing stuff that's maybe not the most healthy for you. And then there's also times where you do the complete opposite. And that's sort of what I see as maybe summer and winter in one's own life. And then there's times where you're productive and very focused, and then there's times when you're just need to put your energy into calming down and winding down, and both is needed. And I think both can't happen at the same time. Like, you can't, or maybe you can, but I can't be really productive and focused and on your grind, as they say, at the same time as relax and really look into yourself and work on yourself and try to grow. So there's different season for different things. And those seasons, they flow into each other. Like, it's not like you're extremely productive one day and then on the next day you're like, oh, I think I need to focus on my mental health now, and you do that for a day, and then the next day you're like onto something completely different. I think it's longer lasting phases that just merge into each other, just like summer, fall, winter, spring. And what I have really learned the last few weeks again is to go back and find myself and remind myself that it's important to look after yourself from time to time. And that happened because I didn't really have a choice but to wind down and put my energy into something else, in this case to look inside myself and see what's going on. I have been sick for the past 4 weeks now, like I still am a little. I had a nasty cough which I still do. And basically I wasn't allowed to go outside or to do anything, and honestly I didn't even feel like it, because when you're sick, you're sick. And so I had to come back to different things, reading, meditation. I gotta be honest, I haven't meditated in like months before this happened. And the last book I read was like something for school, which was like 5 years ago. And that's the next thing. I think everything comes when it has to come, and everything goes away when it has to go away. And I think it's really beautiful if you're able to accept that without resistance. So for me, with the end of October, there was a phase of sickness coming towards me. And I didn't know about it, of course, but I struggled with it at first. Like the first week I was, oh my God, I'm sick again, and now I can't do anything, and now all my progress is getting lost. Like my voice is useless, I can't go to the gym, I can't meet any friends, and it really annoyed me. And then like when I noticed that it was gonna be going on for a little longer, as I said, I'm in week 4 now. I sort of managed to accept that maybe now is just the time for it. Maybe it happened for a reason, maybe I don't want to go as far and say that I got sick because like I had to focus on something else, but I think it's gotta be connected in some way. Like due to me getting sick, I managed to attend to some things that I should have attended to long before. For example, really figuring out what I want to do with my future, with my imminent future, and I managed to decide that it was time for me to quit my studies, even though I was like 3/4 done. But it just, like I said, it wasn't the right time to finish it. And I know that now there's room for different things, room for things that have priority right now. And I think the beauty about life is that it changes, and those things come and go when they're supposed to come and go, and you basically you can't do anything but just go with it and say, yeah, so it is like that right now. And of course you can be sad about loss and happy about gain, but I think even though you're allowed and supposed to feel those feelings, you gotta accept it, and you gotta have faith that it's just how it's supposed to be right now. I just walked home from my dad's place, which gave me like the idea for this video, by the way, and I got this ring on my pinky, which has a great deal of sentimental value to me. And I was feeling it slipping down a little, and I was like, oh no, I can't lose it right now. Like, what if it falls down in the dark and I can't find it anymore, and then I'll have to look for it, and it'll feel like something's missing because I wear it all the time, it just feels natural to me. And then I was like, wait, I'm in such a positive state of mind right now that even if it fell down and, I don't know, fell into the gutter or something, or I wouldn't be able to find it anymore, I think I would be able to just accept it. Of course I would look for it. Of course I would be sad that it's gone. But, certain that if this would have happened, then it would have happened for a reason. Maybe it just wouldn't have been the time for me to wear this ring anymore. Which you can expand to a lot of other situations. For example, I don't know, if your favorite person doesn't show up to your birthday party because they're busy or whatever, you can't force them. And what do you want to do? Do you want to be sad the whole evening because they didn't show up? Or are you gonna have fun with your other friends, for example? These past few weeks have really taught me to not obsess over things so much and not overthink about what happens if I lose something, or if I'm not gonna be able to make something, or how other people will perceive me. Things that are supposed to happen are gonna happen, and you can't do shit about it. Of course you can try, and I think it's your duty to try, because the illusion of free will. Yeah, I don't know, but if you're not happy with a situation, then try and change it. Try and better the situation for yourself. But have in mind that maybe it happened because at this time and this place in your life it had to happen, and maybe now there's room for something else, and maybe it's a chance for you to grow and shift your focus onto something else that you wouldn't have had the energy to do by yourself. I hope this video was able to help you in some sort of way. It certainly did help me when I had this realization. And yeah, let me know in the comments about a situation that you had to face that made you have the same realization. I wish you the best of luck and Merry Christmas.